Okay, starting with the NBA this morning, the Golden State Warriors are committed to forward Draymond Green despite his indefinite suspension for striking Phoenix Suns' Yusuf Nurkic in the face. For Warriors coach Steve Kerr, the commitment to Green goes far beyond the basketball court and is about investing in him as a person. Thursday morning, Warriors general manager Mike Donovan Jr. said a part of the decision to not put a hard number on Green's suspension was to ensure there would be time for Green to get himself in a place where he can be around the team long term. Now, the Warriors are truly approaching the indefinite timeline as such and have no idea in mind as to when Green could possibly return. No return time. But hey, talking about another man here, Minnesota Timberwolves center Rudy Gobert feels empathy for the rival Draymond Green in the wake of his Golden State Warriors forward's indefinite suspension. Now, let's look at results of games decided in the wee hours of today, including what Golden State Warriors did. Yes, the Golden State Warriors lost against LA Clippers 113 to 121 points in their game in the wee hours of today. Sacramento Kings defeated Oklahoma City Thunders 128 to 123 points. Portland Trail Blazers lost 114 at home against the Utah Jazz 122. Looking at other games, decided early in the wee hours of today, Denver Nuggets defeated Brooklyn Nets 124 to 101 points, while Dallas Mavericks lost 101 to 100. And I made a point that, yes, against Minnesota, 101 to 119 points for Minnesota Timberwolves going on the road in that one. Winning on the road against Dallas Mavericks shows that, yes, you can go anywhere, pick points, and get your result. While Miami Heat lost 116 to 124 points against Chicago Bulls, while Cleveland Cavaliers were on the road, they lost against Boston Celtics 107 to 116 points. Now, looking at games going down tomorrow, 1 a.m. in the world of NBA, Charlotte Hornets will be up against the New Orleans Pelicans as Detroit Pistons will take Philadelphia 76ers, as Washington Wizards will be up against Indiana Pacers. All those games 1 o'clock and 30 minutes after. We've got 3 matches going down. Boston Celtics taking on Orlando Magic, LA Lakers taking on San Antonio Spurs, as Toronto Raptors will be hosting Atlanta Hawks. Another 30 minutes later will be one game, which is the game between Houston Rockets and Memphis Grizzlies. And the last game of tomorrow, the wee hours of tomorrow, we'll see Phoenix Suns take on New York Knicks. Those are the games going down the wee hours of tomorrow, 1 a.m., 1:30, 2 o'clock, and 4 o'clock. Moving on this morning, and let's look at what is happening in the world of tennis as we look at the Limoges WTA Challenger in France. Games are going down 12:30 today, where Christina Bocaz will be up against Lloyd Besson, and Harmony Chan will be up against Anna Blinkova. Elsa Jacquemart against Anastasia Sevastova, and Elisabetta Cucchiaretto will be up against Erika Andreeva. Those are the games we're talking about. Accolades this morning from the world of tennis. Novak Djokovic and Aryna Sabalenka were honored as the International Tennis Federation's 2023 World Champions on Thursday after being the only singles players to reach at least the semi-finals at all 4 Grand Slam tournaments this season. Djokovic, who finished number 1 in the ATP rankings for a record-extending 8-time, won the Australian Open, French Open, and US Open to raise his major trophy total to a men's leading 24, and was a runner-up at Wimbledon. He went 57 wins and 7 losses and led the men's tour with 7 titles. Nice one. Yes, most times when you look at Novak Djokovic, when he loses a game, you see that anger in him. Well, sometimes you lose, sometimes you win. It is more of getting better. Let's go on a break, and when we come back, we talk more. Let's be dynamic with your morning update and make it better with Kickoff Sports Show, where we will be serving you all the latest from tennis, basketball, Formula One, football, exclusive interviews, and lots more.
Hamilton going for the move on Alonso at the 130. These two great side by side.
Martinelli! Oh yes! Gabriel Martinelli is back with a bang! Headlines from Nigerian newspapers, behind the papers from the stands, analysis on burning trending issues across Nigeria and beyond.
The problem is not politics or tribalism but corruption.
The governors will say, give us our own slot. The chairman of local government will say, give us our own slot. Who does those slots go to?
You offend, they arrest you, they detain you, and they release you. That's all.
Hello, my name is Oladapo Okunubi.
My name is Victory Onyedikachi.
My name is Adedamola Lafenwa.
And my name is Favor Oloruntola.
Join us weekdays 9 a.m. on your Remedy Radio dial, Solutions 939 FM.
Here, we make it different from the norm.
News, sports, entertainment, top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
Santa Claus is now right here at Solutions 93.9 FM, kids. And you can have a fantastic end-of-the-year party also. With just 2,000 Naira, you can see Santa Claus right here. And guess what? With the same ticket, you gain entrance into Solutions 93.9 FM's annual Kiddies End-of-the-Year party.
Party after party, after party, after party.
Parents, schools, churches, and organizations. From December 1, 2023, Santa Claus will be here with goodie bags for your kids. With this token, you can allow your kids to experience the wonders of Christmas and the pleasurable end-of-the-year season. If you demand, we can also transfer Santa Claus to your schools, your churches, and your organizations and anywhere at a discounted rate. All you have to do is reach out to us at 100 Obafemi Awolowo Way, Aweni House, Okeado, Ibadan. Or you can contact us on 0817-452-0785 or 0818-090-5832. Solutions 93.9 FM Santa's Grotto. Let the kids breathe.
Jingle bell, jingle all the way. I tell your mommy, tell your daddy, say na holiday. Okay, jingle bell, jingle all the way. I tell your mommy, tell your daddy, say na holiday. Okay, holidays coming, holidays coming. Tell everybody we are going to the beach. Hey, holidays coming, holidays coming. Tell your family we are going overseas. Why I don't go dance? Tell me why I don't go. Thank God for my life. Money, the job telephone. Tell me why I don't go. Thank God for my life. Jingle all the way. I tell your mommy, tell your daddy, say na holiday. Okay, jingle all the way. I tell your mommy, tell your daddy, say na holiday. Okay, did you see my phone? Bigger than your phone. Did you see my shipping? It bigger than your shipping. Okay, did you see my phone? It bigger than your phone. Did you see my shipping? It bigger than your shipping. Oh, do love so cool, bye bye. Pressure me, tired to know. Until you power left, Lord, and so my dad go see you, bye bye. I can hear the angels singing that he was born today. And Mary's born child, Jesus Christ, was born on Christmas Day. Oh.
Keep it 93.9.
Well, 9:10 is the time, and that was Jingle Bell by Korede Bello. Remember, this is the season where we can play this song. Yes, and well, we've got a lot of sporting stories, but just to put you in the mood, remember Solutions 939 FM's Father Christmas Grotto is open. Let your kids come, get the gifts, and also be part of our end of the year party scheduled for 23rd of December. And it's just a token of 2,000 Naira, one ticket for two events, one ticket for the Grotto, same ticket for the end of the year party. Now let's go straight and check more updates on the show. This morning, Nigeria Premier Football League has rearranged the fixtures for match day 15 and 16. Match day 15 games, which was originally scheduled for Sunday, December 24, will now hold on Thursday, December 21. Likewise, the match day 16 fixtures, originally scheduled for Sunday, December 31, has been brought forward to Thursday, December 28. The match day 14 games will go ahead as planned this weekend across 10 different centers. Well, now look at the games are scheduled for this weekend. But remember, yesterday Rivers United defeated Bayelsa United in a rescheduled match day 12 game. Rivers United picking 3 points 2-0. Scoring 2 goals, that is 2-0 against Bayelsa United. Now looking at the match day, 14 games are scheduled for this weekend. Katsina United will take on Bendel Insurance, and Shooting Stars will be on the road against the Ambia Warriors. Enugu Rangers hosts Sporting Lagos, as Akko United will be the guest of Heartland, and Kano Pillars will take on Remo Stars. Now looking at the standings and still looking at more games scheduled for this weekend before the standings. Kora United will be up against Niger Tornadoes. Doma United travels to play Lobby Stars. Plateau United, former champions, will be up against Bayelsa United. This may be a back-to-back defeat for Bayelsa United, but anything can happen, right? Rivers United will take on Enyimba International, while Sunshine Stars of Akure will be at home as they welcome Gombe United. Now looking at the table and how it stands, Remo Stars is occupying the number 1 spot with 26 points from 13 matches, winning 8, drawing 2, losing 3, scoring 19 goals and conceding 9. Well, for Doma United is placed second with 25 points from 13 matches, winning 7, drawing 4 and losing 2, scoring 12 goals and conceding 5. Well, the lowest scoring side in the top 3 on the NPFL log. Lobby Stars is placed third with a total of 23 points, winning 7 out of 13, drawing 2 and losing 4, scoring 15 goals and conceding 11. Enyimba is fourth with a total of 22 points from 12 matches played, winning 7, drawing 1, losing 4, scoring 11 goals and conceding 9. These are the top 4 teams in the NPFL. Looking at the last 4 teams on the NPFL log, Akko United is 17th on the NPFL log with 14 points from 13 matches, meaning they've won just 5 games this season. They've won 3 games this season, I beg your pardon. Yes, drawn 5 and lost 5. Bayelsa United is placed 18th. Out of 13 games, they've won 3, lost 6 and drawn 4. Niger Tornadoes is 19th on the NPFL log with 12 points from 13 matches, winning 3, drawing 3, losing 7. While Heartland FC rock bottom of the NPFL log from 13 matches, they won just a game, and that was the game against Heartland FC of Owerri, 1-0. And they've drawn 7 matches while they've lost 5 matches, conceding 15 goals and scoring just 9. Now, another thing about Heartland FC of Owerri is that, well, they've drawn more games than games lost and won. Well, talking about goals conceded, well, they're not the team with most goals conceded in the NPFL, and I know Bayelsa United has conceded 22 goals this season. Yes, so Bayelsa United has conceded more than Heartland, that is rock bottom. But talking about few goals scored, Heartland, Katsina United are all same as Rivers United, scoring fewer goals this season. That is a total of 9. That's what the data from the NPFL says. Well, it is about one man who was judged as the best player in Africa. Talking about Victor Osimhen. Well, yesterday, Super Eagles of Nigeria are prepared for the Africa Cup of Nations going down in Ivory Coast. But the question is, will they be fit? Will they be ready? Will just a serious side but going for the 4th AFCON? When we come back from the break, we'll talk more and look at fixtures going across Europe this weekend.
Is now right here at Solutions 93.9 FM, kids, and you can have a fantastic end of the year party also. With just 2,000 Naira, you can see Santa Claus right here, and guess what? With the same ticket, you gain entrance into Solutions 93.9 FM's annual Kiddies End of the Year party.
Party after party, after party, after party.
Parents, schools, churches, and organizations. From December 1, 2023, Santa Claus will be here with goodie bags for your kids. With this token, you can allow your kids to experience the wonders of Christmas and the pleasurable end of the year season. If you demand, we can also transfer Santa Claus to your schools, your churches, and your organizations and anywhere at a discounted rate. All you have to do is reach out to us at 100 Obafemi Awolowo Way, Aweni House, Okeado, Ibadan. Or you can contact us on 0817-452-0785 or 0818-090-5832. Solutions 93.9 FM Santa's Grotto. Let the kids dream.
Spread the joy this Christmas season. That's why I've got FCMB.
The little moments of joy that we share with our loved ones is what lights up the season and makes it truly special. Merry Christmas from FCMB. FCMB, my bank and I.
Omo, you're always on your phone. You don't even have time for your guys anymore. Where you they see this data?
Sorry, bro. It's Ayoba.
Ayoba? Which babe is that one again?
Ayoba is not a babe. It's the all-in-one app that lets you chat and call friends, listen to music, play games, get trendy gist, and many more. All on the app. No need for multiple apps. Just use Ayoba and enjoy.
Yo, tell me more.
Yes! With Ayoba, you can play, work, have fun, share files, and many more. And that's not all. MTN subscribers get 700 MB weekly to enjoy all these on Ayoba. So, what are you waiting for? Download Ayoba now on Play Store or App Store to get started.
Guy, this Ayoba is better than you said, oh.
MTN, what are we doing today?
Let there be. Whatever you wish for this season, Amazon delivers with Eddie Murphy's latest festive family hit, Candy Cane Lane.
Don't freak out.
Dirty your December with gritty action comedy, Twisted Metal.
This is gonna be fun.
And Richa is back in action for a bigger than ever season 2.
I don't hit soft.
So whatever you wish for this festive season, it's right here on Prime Video.
I'm enchanted.
Let there be love.
John, what's up? Check your phone. I just send you Momo referral. My mama don't run that one for me since now. Me say for the find who I go refer, make a quick hammer my million.
Hey! You too fit be one of the 6 millionaires for the Momo Refer and Win promo. To win, dial *671# to sharply open your Momo account and select option 6 to refer your family and friends them. After that, make sure see them open Momo account and use them recharge time or data at least 100 naira. Chicken. Now, the more people where you refer, the more you go win. Oh. If you don't see out of 6 million naira every week, you fit to chop out of 160 million naira. Momo Refer and Win promo. The more you refer, the more you win. This promo will run from November 2010 to 31st December 2023. Terms and conditions they shall.
Check the time right now. It is 9:19 from your Remedy Radio Dial Solutions 939 FM, and we're still talking football this morning. Maybe good news for Nigerian football, well, for Nigerian refereeing. Nigerian Refereeing Association. World Football Governing Body FIFA has approved a total of 30 Nigerian referees to be placed on the international lists for the year 2024. Among them, 11 referees, 11 assistant referees for beach soccer referees, 4 beach soccer referees, and 4 futsal referees. In a message conveyed to the Nigerian Football Federation, the 11 referees approved for international duty for Nigeria for next year are Bashir Salisu Ogabo Ode, Joseph Olufumilayo Abigail Alaba, Nuruddin Abubakar, Abdusalam Kasimu Abiola, Elaigwe Hana Enekole, Akitoye Yamisi Eunice Egba, Patrick John, Madu Indidi, Patience, Mustafa Grema Mohammed, and Abdullahi Abubakar. The 11 persons approved as assistant referees are Padu Takam Samuel, Igudia Ifosa Celestine, Abibatu Iyaduni, Mohamed Yakubu Umfam Friday Akpan, Digbori Tejari Osman Abdul Majid Olaide, Igo Hope, Ogenekewe, Tera, Kabenda Beauty, Ahmed Mustafa Tijani, and Agbon's Faith. Ukandubusi, Odiagboma Musa Dug Daval, Umago Paul Akpome, and Belo Zuru Al Hassan were put on the futsal soccer list, while Ogumuyiwa Jalili, Fawale Olawale Adeolu, Olajide Olayinka, and Rabiu Ahmad were listed for beach soccer. Good one for Nigerian football, for Nigerian referees. And now let's talk about games going down this weekend, and we start with the English Premier League. One man will just have to make his players go to winning ways this weekend, most especially tonight. Here is Angel Postecoglou speaking.
Makes a significant
significant difference to us. You know, it's fair to say any team that's going to play, you know, Forest knows it's going to be a difficult game, irrespective of where they're at in terms of, you know, their own sort of trajectory. So, you know, even this year, I know, you know, the results haven't been great, but at home they're still very hard to beat, and all the games are pretty close. So you know it's going to be a tough game. So it doesn't really, you know, the fact that they're going through a rough trot, and you know, no one was going through a worse trot than we were a week ago. We ended up winning 4-1. So you know, I think you kind of always balance those things off, because you can fall into a trap of thinking, oh, you know, they're not going well, or they're under pressure, or somehow they'll be less than at their best, and you know, you can't assume that. You got to assume they're going to be at their best and at home.
Okay, for Angek Postecoglou speaking ahead of the game tonight against Nottingham Forest. Remember, the last game was a 4-1 defeat, a 4-1 victory, I beg your pardon, against Newcastle United. And well, looking at Tottenham Hotspur, they just need to, get going. Why they need to get going is just more, and most especially where they are in the Premier League log. Before they got that 4-1 victory over Newcastle United, you remember they lost the 3 and they drew 1 game, having 30 points. All they need to do this time around is keep getting points, and if you can get a victory over Nottingham Forest, although for Nottingham Forest, manager is also saying he doesn't care, nobody needs to give him assurance if he's going to stay on the job. Well, for Nottingham Forest also needs this win, to end the poor run of form. In their last 5 matches, they did not pick 3 points. And in 5 matches, you picked just 1 point, which was a draw, 1-1 draw against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Okay, but hey, for those of you who've got Yusuf Min in your squad, in your Premier League fantasy, you can still keep him. All right? Okay, but now let's look at games. Other matches scheduled for this weekend. Remember, Friday night, tonight is a clash between Nottingham Forest and Tottenham Hotspur. But for other matches, Luton Town will be on the road against Bournemouth. Remember, Bournemouth did a damage against Manchester United. Chelsea will go up against Sheffield United as Manchester City will take on Crystal Palace at the Etihad Stadium. Newcastle United will take on Fulham as Burnley hosts Everton. Arsenal will be at the Emirates against Brighton and Hove Albion. Aston Villa will be on the road against Brentford. West Ham United battles Wolves as Liverpool will be taking on damaged Manchester United. Okay, so tonight the German Bundesliga will be back as Borussia Mönchengladbach will take on Werder Bremen, and that game is going down 8:30 tonight. And I know for Bayern, they will want to forget what happened to them last weekend as the team lost 5-1 against Eintracht Frankfurt. But now let's look at all the matches scheduled for this weekend. Dortmund will be on the road against Augsburg as Bochum battles Union Berlin. Wolfsburg will be the guest of Darmstadt as Mainz host Edenham. RB Leipzig will be up against Hoffenheim as Freiburg will be up against the FC Köln. Bayer Leverkusen will take on Eintracht Frankfurt as the last game of the weekend. We'll see Bayern Munich take on Stuttgart. Following that defeat for Bayern Munich, the team is second on the Bundesliga log with 32 points, whilst Bayer Leverkusen is leading the German Bundesliga log with 36 points from 14 matches. Well, for Stuttgart is placed third with 31 points. RB Leipzig is fourth with 29 points as Borussia Dortmund is fifth on the log with 25 points from 14 games. Well, looking at teams battling relegation in the German Bundesliga, FC Köln is 16th with 10 points from 14 matches. Mainz is 17th with 9 points from 14 games, while Darmstadt with 9 points from 14 games placed 18th. Okay, now let's move on this morning as we look at what is going down in Italy. Same as the Spanish La Liga, but in Italy tonight, Genoa will take on Juventus, and that game is going down 8:45. And other matches scheduled for this weekend. Tomorrow, Lecce hosts Frosinone as Napoli will be at home as a welcome Cagliari. Empoli travels to play Torino. AC Milan, after qualifying to the next round, but they're playing Europa, beating Newcastle United to that third spot in the Champions League. AC Milan will take on Monza at the San Siro, as Verona will be on the road against Fiorentina, and Udinese will take on Sassuolo. Bologna will be up against AS Roma. Lazio to take on Inter Milan, and Atalanta battles Salernitana. Away from that, and look at what is happening in the Spanish La Liga. Remember, a major headache for Xavi, most especially with the way his team, finished in the UEFA Champions League group stages. Yes, they qualified very early, but still performed woefully in their last game. Talking about the Spanish La Liga games are scheduled for this weekend. Well, tonight Osasuna will be at home as a welcome Rayo Vallecano, but tomorrow, Celta Vigo host Granada, Athletic Bilbao host Atletico Madrid, while Sevilla will battle Getafe. Barcelona will be on the road against Valencia, and on Sunday, Almeria host Mallorca. Real Sociedad host Betis. Las Palmas will be up against Cadiz, as Real Madrid will be up against Villarreal. Girona, well, the small team doing big things in Spain. Girona hosts Alaves on Monday night. Well, those are the matches going down in Europe. Well, I just gave you that of Spanish La Liga. Well, remember, I'll be back on Saturday for Saturday Sports Safari, but do not go anywhere because I'm still here for the other side of the show, where we look at headlines on the pages of Nigerian newspapers, same as burning issues. Well, shout out to Mafo Jepita, Otobatele, Oluwakayo Day, Sample MC watching live on Facebook, same as Alim Abdullah. 9:28 is the time. Do not go anywhere.
Keep it 93.9.
And now it's Christmas time, yeah. We get drunk on wine, yeah. And we're feeling fine, yeah. Father Christmas come for you, and he brings his come for you. See, I made this song for you. This season is for loving. When you're ready, hold somebody. Forget about your worries and show me something, show me something. This season is for dancing, but some moving, something fancy. Forget about your worries and show me something, show me something. And now it's Christmas time, oh yeah. We get drunk on wine, oh yeah. And we're feeling fine, oh yeah. Father Christmas come for you, and he brings his come for you. See, I made this song for you.
News, sports, entertainment. Top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
Santa Claus is now right here at Solutions 93.9 FM, kids. And you can have a fantastic end-of-the-year party also. With just 2,000 Naira, you can see Santa Claus right here. And guess what? With the same ticket, you gain entrance into Solutions 93.9 FM's annual Kiddies End-of-the-Year party.
Party after party, after party, after party.
Parents, schools, churches, and organizations. From December 1, 2023, Santa Claus will be here with goodie bags for your kids. With this token, you can allow your kids to experience the wonders of Christmas and the pleasurable end-of-the-year season. If you demand, we can also transport Santa Claus to your schools, your churches, and your organizations and anywhere at a discounted rate. All you have to do is reach out to us at 100 Obafemi Awolowo Way, Aweni House, Okeado, Ibadan. Or you can contact us on 0817-452-0785 or 0818-090-5832. Solutions 93.9 FM Santa's Grotto. Let the kids breathe.
Alright, time check is 33 minutes gone past the hour of 9. You're listening to the Remedy Dial Solutions 93.9. Welcome to the last edition of From the Dailies, where we look through the front pages of our Nigerian newspapers, get a perspective on the trending stories with analysis, and of course, hearing feedback from you as well. My name is Victory Richard. Good morning to you. Did I just call Richard? It's all right.
Yes, you cannot cheat nature. Well, my name is Oladapo Kunubi. You're in the Christmas mood. That's good. Well, this morning we've got Punch and the Nation newspapers here, and more drama in River State. Last night we heard 4 commissioners resigned their position under the cabinet of Fubara, and we're also getting updates that maybe they've now become 5, as we expected 7 more to resign. This is coming after that should be the one of the key members of the cabinet also resigned yesterday, and that should be before or after he signed the 2024 budget into law. So a lot of events happening, and well, Chief Bode George, a PDP member, is saying the elders in PDP should come to the rescue of PDP, most especially what is happening in River State. Well, in the course of the show, we'll also be getting in touch with our in-house analyst who will be looking at this together this morning. We're live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube, Solutions 939 FM. Post your comments, your reactions. Remember, we also have a feedback channel via WhatsApp and SMS 0909 0904 422 2939 0904 422 2939. And in case you want to call, the phone lines will surely be thrown out.
0909 888 9939 or 0912 222 2939 are the numbers to get through to us this morning on the show. Remember that Fridays are usually open mic, so you get to react to any story that is of interest to you, even if we don't bring it up at the cost of the burning issues. I'll be taking stories from the Nigerian Tribune and the Vanguard newspaper. Alright, we start off with the Nigerian Tribune paper this morning. More shake-up in aviation as federal government sacks directors in agencies. Rivers crisis, more commissioners resign. Fubara signs 800 billion naira appropriation bill into law. G27 sits, okay, it's no longer G5. G27 adopts local government autonomy bill. The biggest story this morning on the Tribune paper: we expect less revenue from oil exports in 2024. CBN governor blames illegal bunkering, divestment of IOS. Riders to that says inflation, exchange rate to decline. Read up on that story on page 4. Supreme Court decides Nnamdi Kanu's fate today. More stories this morning. Aida Tiwa to Ondo people. Let's build a shared future from a divided past. Funding still a major challenge in varsities, vice chancellors. Speaking in that regard, Makinde cautions traditional rulers against giving permission for mining. Tinubu as Minister of Petroleum illegal. Falana says President not screened by Senate. These are the stories on the front page of the Tribune paper.
Okay, now going straight to the Nation newspaper this morning. Looking at the top headlines. Retirees get 1.63 trillion naira under contributory pension scheme. For peace, Aiyedatiwa declares after resumption. Asaying gets staff of office as Sean's coronation begins. Infrastructure tops Kwara's 296.4 billion naira 2024 estimates. Tinubu, we are working with lawmakers to fix economy. Slim allocation threatens Ondo governorship polls. Others, says INEC. And looking at the riders to that headline, electoral agency seeks a raise of vote to 89 billion naira. NDDC owing contractors 50 billion naira. Minister tells lawmakers. The red headline this morning from the Nation newspaper says directors of aviation agencies sacked. First Lady is NCWS Grand Patron. And the banner headline this morning, crisis. 6 commissioners resigned from Fubara's government. 27 lawmakers seats at Assembly Complex. Governor signs 800 billion naira budget passed by 4 lawmakers. Okay, the last headline here from the Nation newspaper. Alake, local international investors coming to Ross in droves. This and more you can find from the Nation newspaper this morning.
All right, let's now move over to the Vanguard paper. Bank deposits surge in 2023 to 64.26 trillion naira. Patriotism will put Nigeria on the right path. Tinubu is speaking there. World Igbo Congress urges Supreme Court to free Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. How to reform Supreme Court, Sanwo-Olu and others speaking there. Rivers crisis, Assembly factions flex muscles. Ekiti bloody robbery. We have recovered 3 vehicles. Police. COVID-19 resurgence in Benue. Report a misrepresentation of WHO statement. NCDC. Inflation. Exchange rates to drop in 2024. CBN. Aviation Minister sacks all directors of NAMA. NCAA NIMET orders. Pesero submits 33-man professional squad list. These are the stories on the Vanguard paper.
So we should be getting more reactions from that list from Jose Pesaro. Well, some will be saying some players are not deserving the Super Eagles jersey. Some are not even meant to be in that team. While some will be bringing their players. But let's keep our fingers crossed. It is. Maybe we can do it again win the 4th AFCON. And that will be in Ivory Coast in January. But let's look at the Punch newspaper this morning. 6 Rivers commissioners resign. Assembly factions hold parallel sittings. APC faults Rivers court verdict. Vows to petition NJC. Now, looking at the banner headline from the Punch newspaper here. Fuel price. Reject World Bank 750 naira per litre proposal. NLC wants FG. Labour says a fresh price hike will lead to anarchy. FG insists subsidy has been removed. Tinubu government fears unrest. Subsidizing fuel secretly. Marketers allege project 1,000 naira per litre. Okay. Now this one says customs generates 70% revenue from Lagos, says Controller General. 36 states budget 14 trillion naira for roads, health, others. Kidnappers return to Lagos, abduct 2, demand 500 million naira ransom. And the last headline here says National Assembly probes $496 million Itakbe iron ore judgment payment. This and more you can get from the Punch newspaper this morning as we move to the burning issue here maybe no more problem in Ondo State. Aiyedatiwa resumes as the acting governor of Ondo State and calling for everybody to come together, forget the past and work for the future of Ondo State.
But rather a moment of sober reflection, a moment for us to really appreciate the collective burden of moving our state forward. The events of the past months have indeed challenged our love for our state and indeed democracy, which we all profess. Throughout the whirlwind and the storm, we held fast to our firm belief that we owe it a duty to ourselves, the people, and posterity not to allow the suspense and confusion go on without end because of its dire implication for our development and progress in Ondo State. At no time in our history has unity among our people been so vital as it is at the present time. Unity of purpose, unity of effort, and unity of spirit, which are all essential to accomplish the task before us. It is necessary for us to acknowledge with pride the profound legacies and the place of our leader and father of the state, Arakunrin Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, SANCON, the governor of Ondo State. We acknowledge the sterling leadership
Well, that was the acting governor of Ondo State, Aiyedatiwa, speaking there after assuming the office of the governor, but as acting, calling everybody to work together. But now there's still more problems, but not in Ondo State, but Rivers State. It is more of, it started with the demolition of the State House of Assembly, then the cross-carpeting of PDP loyalists of Nyesom Wike to the All Progressives Congress, then the demolition of the State House of Assembly, and after that, we had different resignations. But, well, Chief Bode George is one of the elders of the People's Democratic Party calling for peace.
We were doing this, money was exchanging, and nobody listened to everybody. And that's what did we find? We didn't believe that they won the election, but a divided house, for God's sake, will remain a divided house. A divided house will remain a defeated house. And that's what we got. Yes. So we will go in. I won't put all those details outside in the public, because let us have this meeting. And we have an acting Board of Trustee chairman. I'm appealing to him, a distinguished senator, a former Senate president. Let him rally around the leaders.
Chief George.
The time we need the elders to tell the truth to everybody. And if in the end you decide you want to stay with a party, now we've learned a lesson.
Well, it looks like the city of Rivers State is not, settling with its political crisis. We can hear an elder statesman, the judge, speaking in that regard, calling for some level of tranquility in this state. Hopefully that is achieved, but with the resignation of 6 commissioners and also the resignation of the Attorney General of Rivers State, it looks like there's more trouble with Fubara. Well, we have our analyst joining us this morning, and he will lend credence to the conversation. Good morning to you, Comrade Adeji. Great to have you.
Good morning to you, my dear comrade brothers, Victory and Dapo.
Thank you for joining us.
Dapo, you fool.
It is Ola Dapo. But if you want to turn it to Ade Dapo, you can pay. Okay, so comrade.
It is Ade Dapo, Ola
Dapo. All right, now, comrade, let's go straight. Let us start with Rivers State, because that is where the dust is right now. If the Attorney General resigned, and after that we have 6 commissioners resigning, well, according to the Attorney General saying that it is not because of the political situation, but because it feels like his conscience we not allow him rest. And some other commissioners also saying that they have other things, they have other reasons. If it is about being loyal to former governor Nyesom Wike, who's now the Minister of FCT, maybe we should see a strong Fubara appoint more commissioners. But if he's going to appoint commissioners, that means those names will surely pass through the State House of Assembly. Are we seeing more problems here?
Which State House of Assembly? The 27 or the 4?
That's
You see, what is on ground in River, I actually have it on good authority that 11 commissioners have actually resigned. Now, but that is not unexpected, considering the fact that that cabinet was a carryover from Wike's administration. It was a direct carryover. So there's nothing surprising that virtually the entire cabinet has resigned. What is brewing? What is brewing is in Rivers is full-blown, full-scale war. Don't forget that Rivers State is notorious, and I mean notorious for cultists, well-armed cultists, sophisticated cultists with sophisticated weapons. They are the foot soldiers. They are currently on standby for hire to be deployed. And in whose interest? In the interest of the actors. I do hope Fubara is prepared because the supporters, the pillars of Rivers, the Peter Odilis and the lineage of the Grand Doctor, they are not going to utter a word no matter the violence that is unleashed. Let me tell you, if people are not called to order and political solutions found, this would descend, Rivers State would descend into anarchy because attempts will be made to impeach the governor. And then we're going to see where the law enforcement agencies will stand in this regard. Don't forget that the 27-member House of Assembly held plenary in the hall that is situated within the residence of the members of the House of Assembly. They have passed some bills, and of note is the fact that those bills passed has to do with the independence of the State Assembly, and also the fact that the governor should not be in a position to fire local government chairmen. And those are chairmen that were put in place by Governor Wike. So when they secure the local government, which is the grassroots, where will Fubara get support from? Two key bills: lack of power, constitutional power, or power to prevent the governor from sacking or interfering with local government administration, and independence of the legislature. Two key, and that will render the governor impotent politically without full soldiers. When they go out, they will certainly go ahead. They are only waiting for the right opportune moment to impeach the gentleman. When the gentleman is impeached, on whose side will the law enforcement agency? If the 27-man house goes ahead now to impeach the governor, will the governor then stand impeached, in spite of the fact that the High Court in Parakot recognizes the four-man assembly? But a federal high court in Abuja, gave the 27-man mandate that it is that the status quo ante must remain. And in their own opinion, status quo ante is they are still in control. So it is now the outcome will be anarchy if not properly managed. Very dangerous.
Okay. If it looks very dangerous here, no foot soldiers for Fubara, different recognitions, one for the 27-man, one for that of Fubara. And we heard Chief Bode George saying that I mean, we heard him calling on the elders in PDP. And yesterday, I also heard one of the elders of PDP say that they tried getting in touch with Fubara and that of Inyesom Wike to come, shift the sword, and let's move on. But with what is happening here, like how many days or in the next few days, what do you think will happen in Rivers State? Should Fubara be impeached, that means his deputy will come on board, who is also loyal to Fubara.
Are you sure?
Well, that is where I'm going to. Or do we see a man who's loyal to both parties? Or should the deputy come on board, then the 27 members, or we see him also defect to APC?
Certainly, they are just bidding their time. The governor will be impeached. That one is because the bridge is broken. There can be no middle ground between Fubara and Wiki, and this is not Wiki alone. The pillars, and I say it advisedly, that the pillars of River State are with Wiki. Wiki has done so much to sustain and to service them. He knew a time like, look, he's a strategist in this regard. The only challenge that Wiki has is that he's an abrasive character. If he had been gifted or learned the calmness of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you understand? Somebody offends you, you start talking. No, you won't hear Bola Ahmed Tinubu talking. The man nurtured, oils the engine of the party. He identified the Odili that have been virtually consigned to garbage for 50 by Amity. He rehabilitated them. He made them very important, serviced them, maintained them. So, this Fubara now comes and now says it can no longer continue. Whom are they going to support? Will the Peter Odili be going to Fubara to Bar and Tremble and the other pillars? No. They will stay silent, and their silence is supporting Wiki. Look, the push will soon become a show. I give it maximum 21 days.
Well,
and the president has vested interest.
Well, it's just a sad reality that godfatherism keeps taking a center stage in our politics. We just hope that for the sake of the good people of Rivers State, that this whole crisis is nipped to the bud. But let's move over to Ondo State that were seen as though the dust over there has settled, as we've seen a smooth transition into power of Aida Tiwa as the acting governor of the state, which has been the call of a lot of people because of the health situation of the governor. With this new development, do you see a moving forward for the people of Ondo State?
Well, at least that phase has been resolved, constitutionally resolved. And what is that constitutional arrangement? The deputy governor becomes acting governor. Look, it is natural. He is ambitious. You are not going to have the sword. You are going to be holding the handle of the sword and not, and not do the needful with it. Look, he is governor now. He might be running with the cabinet and all of that Akeredolu, ran with. The possibility of Akeredolu returning of sound mind and body before the processes of the primaries, you understand? The primaries that will produce the candidate of APC for the governorship election. They have about 11 months in office left. The processes will commence very soon. The governor will influence the resources. Look, anybody that does not, in the next 3 months, anybody that is not falling in line, the man will dissolve the cabinet. The man will dissolve the cabinet and redistribute, rearrange the balance of power. He holds all the aces. He will just rearrange the balance of power. He's unchallengeable. You understand? As it is now, he is unchallengeable. or if they are just going to be, the assembly will not approve his cabinet and all of that, we'll just appoint special advisors and relieve all those who can be relieved of their duties. We'll just relieve them of their duties.
But
we have to rearrange the balance of power and the balance of terror.
Comrade.
You know?
Comrade, sorry to cut in here. How powerful, based on constitution, how powerful is an acting governor compared to a sitting governor? Don't you think there might be some decisions that can be taken by an acting governor and a sitting governor?
An acting governor, when sworn into office, when he takes over as acting governor, because he already took oath of office, you understand? So when he takes over as acting governor, he is vested with the power and the authority of a governor. It's as straightforward as that. Because the governor himself is out of the way now. He cannot do anything. He cannot talk now and say, I'm talking as governor. No, because they wrote a letter that is going away, ceding the office and the powers that come with that office to the deputy governor in his acting capacity as governor. Anything he approves now, anything, look, if he approves something and they are Secretary General or one commissioner, he will just fire them and they stay fired and until maybe another government comes in. It's as simple as that. So he wields the powers that come with that office. It is only the state assembly that can challenge him. You understand? If he appoints a cabinet now, they can say they are not going to screen them. They are not going to do this. But it's a matter of putting money and other resources, stick and carrots on the ground to persuade those members.
Because the members of the State of House of Assembly, you know, are not in tune with Aiyedatiwa. They were also part of the people also calling for his impeachment.
Look, don't trust politicians. Don't trust human beings. Not to talk of politicians.
Okay.
You can't afford to trust. You can't afford to trust human beings. Not to talk of politicians. They are just the politicians are worse than chameleons. A man will be at the breakfast table with PDP, at lunch table with Labour Party, and he will be in bed with APC at night. And these are the people that say they are loyal to Akeredolu. They are not loyal to Akeredolu. They are loyal to their ambitions. They are loyal to their pockets, and they are loyal to their mouth. They are not loyal to anybody. That's no loyalty here. They stand for nothing. I make bold to say that Nigerian politicians stand for nothing. And if they stand for anything, they stand for their pockets and their mouth and their political ambitions. That's all they stand for, if they stand for anything at all. I make bold to say I've been a part of this.
Okay. Speaking from experience, right?
All right. Well, another major headline this morning, comrade, is federal government faults World Bank insisting that fuel subsidy is gone. It looks as though fuel subsidy isn't gone as it is. And we're still paying. Apparently, the estimate, they were saying if it was actually gone, we should be paying, you know, for over 1,000 naira per liter for fuel. So World Bank is rejecting 750 naira per liter proposal, and NLC is warning the federal government. I know you've had, you know, quite a thought in this, but can you speak extensively in that?
When NLC is warning federal government. Well, there's subsidy ongoing as we speak. If federal government was not, they call it under recovery or whatever name they call it, but that is what is politically expedient. The way it was going, we would have hit 900 to 1,000 naira per liter. Why is it that it is NNPC alone that is importing now? They issued license to import PMS to 3 companies. The only company that tried it, by the time they made their order and the product was landing, they were in debt. They were in deep financial mess because the gap between the cost of landing and the gap and the price prescribed by the PPPR or whatever, I mean, there was no match. So they just had to sell off. So in that regard, subsidy is still ongoing. But that is what is politically expedient. Well, it is way better than what it used to be in terms of trillions. What they just do now is that NNPC just covers that gap. There is no subsidy as in somebody imported, since it's only NNPC that is imported, and Mr. X imported, this is the subsidy is due for, and all of that. And then you see these Bretton Woods institutions, and the one they call World Bank, IMF, they are agents of neocolonialism. They are destructive agents. How do you think that's not the only thing they said, though? They said we should liberalize import. What would that result in? It will result in the destruction of factories in Nigeria. When you liberalize importation and then imports come in cheaper, of course imports will come in cheaper because the cost of production here, when you factor power into it and the exchange rate of the dollar to the naira, where you get raw materials from, the imported one will be cheaper. Then, when they become cheaper and flood the market, then you have to shut down because you cannot compete. Then you destroy the local market. Markets will be destroyed, jobs will be lost, and the attendants, think, but prices might be cheaper. But what about the destruction of the economy? That is what all those institutions, Bretton Woods, IMF, World Bank, that is what they represent. They can only, look, they don't wear the shoe. They don't wear the shoe. And they are to, look, when they were set up, all this is when they were set up to serve the interest of the Western Hemisphere, North Africa. That is when they were set up. In 1945 and after, that was when they were set up. They were set up to serve Western interests. We will remain market. They remain producers. It is like that. Do you think we're going to be producing anything and be selling to them? No. They get raw materials from us, and then they refine and value chain, and then send back to us. We are a market to them, and that market must not be destroyed. So that is NLC. NLC does not need to shout itself out. Ahmed Tinubu is smart enough not to add more to the burden of Nigerians as it is already. So
let us be hopeful. I mean, with what you said about the smartness of Mr. President. But now let's look at what INEC is saying, talking about the budget. Slim allocation threatens Ondo governorship polls. Others, says INEC. Now, electoral agency seeks raise of vote to 89 billion naira. We also what happened. Vote to 89 billion naira. So we saw what happened at the Kogi, Bayelsa, and which other states election? The three, all Imo states, the off-season elections, and we saw what happened earlier this year. And now, with what INEC is requesting for, do you think this will make their job easier, or was there a waste of money at some point in time in the past elections?
INEC, the transactions of INEC, not just INEC, since 1979, when we had FEDECO, Federal Electoral Commission, INEC has always been getting whatever it requested for. Because if INEC does not get what it requests for and things go wrong, INEC will say, it's because they didn't give us money and we have to go and do this and do that. Nobody, whether the legislature or the executive branch, nobody wants to take that kind of a blame. You understand? Let the blame squarely fall on INEC's head. So give them, if they're going to squander it, just give them what they want so that the blame will not fall on the National Assembly for not allocating the required something. The only thing that can be caught is in terms of recurrent. You understand?
Okay.
No, the National Assembly does not touch what INEC requires in terms of operational requests. Maybe require recurrent, but operational requests, they don't touch it. Or the only thing they can, verify, scrutinize, if if you can get it cheaper somewhere, or the same quality and all that. They hardly ever touch whatever INEC. Have you ever had any controversy in the newspaper about INEC votes? Have you? No, they don't. There's never a controversy, except for recurrent. They just give them what they want. They will get whatever they request for. You can be sure of that. INEC will get it. INEC will get it from the National Assembly.
Okay.
They will get it.
Well,
nobody wants to be blamed.
At this point, I don't even know what to say. We'll leave Nigeria.
you say hope Nigeria. Keep hope alive.
Let's keep the hope alive, and let's also remain positive concerning the state of the nation. Well, it is 10. Yeah, I'm listening.
No matter how dark the clouds might be, there will always be a silver lining. Let us be positive. When hope dies, the man is dead. Keep hope alive.
Let's keep hope alive and let's be hopeful. Thank you very much, Comrade Ayode Jadishokwe, for joining us this morning. And wait, before you go, have you gotten your Christmas chicken? Because people always say that Nigerians love rush hour. I don't know if you've gotten. Maybe you are planning to get a live chicken or frozen chicken.
I have informed my members of my family that don't stress yourself cooking this Christmas. On Christmas Day, let us just go to Ibachi, not far from Austria. Let's just all these days, let's just go there and sit down and eat lunch and say, Father, we thank you.
Oh.
And if chicken comes, and of course, if chicken comes, we'll just barbecue it and use it as drumstick.
Wait, I want you to clear that. So there's no cooking at home. It is just going out to eat and come back.
It can be stressful now. Cooking all day and then we just quaff it back. It is gone. After hours, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours of cooking, you go and do shopping first, and then you preparation, and then the cooking, and then the serving, and then the washing up. Let's just go to one Ibachi by the Chinese restaurant. I mean, just somewhere around us in Buja there. Let's just walk in there. And look, you got to give yourself a treat sometimes, you know.
Okay.
Walk and know. So and relax and enjoy ourselves.
You have to be smart.
Let them attend to us.
Let them do the wahala, not you doing the wahala.
3, 6, 5. You know we work 2-4-7.
Yes.
After working 3, 6, 5 days for God's sake. Come on, let's give ourselves something.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Comrade, for joining us this morning, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.
And you too, my comrade brothers. Bye.
Well, Comrade Ayode Jadishokwe there sharing his opinion and thoughts on some of the headlines and burning issues this morning. The phone lines are open. 0909-888-9939 or 0912-222-2939. 0909-888-9939. 0912-222-2939. Those are the phone lines to call this morning. And in case you want to send us a WhatsApp or SMS, the line is also open. 0904-422-2939. 0904-422-2939. We have some messages this morning. You can also send us a message via X, formerly Twitter, at Solutions939FM.
All right, let's start off with some messages this morning. Omotai Williams says, Wike surrounded Fubara with his loyalists, strategically placing them from the House of Assembly to the judiciary and political appointees. The plan is to give Wike the ability to strike Fubara anytime, as evident in the recent failed impeachment attempt. This criminality is Wike. Okay, thank you very much for that. Another message here from Chimeze says, Fubara should be hostile in his approach, lay out Wike's secrets to the public, and move ahead to make temporary alliance with big stakeholders and all Wike's enemies. Demolition National Assembly is his own goal. He will not have enough to score chip point to gain the masses' support. Okay. Another message here. Okay.
Let's check a message here from WhatsApp, and this one says, Good morning, Solutions FM. World Bank cannot be trusted. Over the years, they continue to push out policy advisory that has continued to enslave third world countries. It is high time we begin to localize our policies, think for ourselves, and make life worth living for the populace. We cannot continue to live by their new colonialism strategy. Triple O from Okeado saying, on River State, the sit-down look mode has been activated. Nigeria is a theater of absurdities with smiling emoji. Okay.
Someone said they should put us on Netflix. There's a lot of stories you see every day. Well, Munachi says, Wike can take a pinch of what he is dishing out on a daily basis. When he was governor, who does he listen to? Now you want every Tom, Dick and Harry to tremble at your command. They play. Another comment here from Tayo says, credit to Fubara for strategically taking out the Bobby trap without missing a step. This is an organized takeout. If he had missed, he would have been long gone. Okay. Chukwudi says, since Wike imposed his weeds, aka structure, on Fubara, it shouldn't come as a surprise that they are now leaving the Fubara's government one by one, as Man U fans leave stadium in recent times. Resignation appears more honorable than the word sack. Okay. Danny says, this is the same reason Pablo. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see if we have more comments in that regard this morning. River State experienced this power tussle every 8 years. Time wasters. That's who we get as leaders. That's a message from Michael. Another message here says, Wike is very greedy, unreliable, and dishonest. Fubara should brace up and decisively run him out of town. He needs to... Okay. Both the people of Rivers, Nigerians, everybody's angry. You know, you want to run Wike out. I don't know the Wike you want to run out of town, Sharp.
I mean, with one tweet you read that when Wike was a governor, who did he listen to?
That's it.
And, you know, also throwing shades up and down. But, I mean, we also need to, you know, ask that question, or the whole idea of godfatherism. I mean, whatever a godfather gives you wants to get more. And part of the reasons we are seeing this from, you know, what is happening in the drama in River State. Remember, there was, we saw that coming when Fubara was to set up his cabinet. You know, and people were saying that you have more of people who have served under Nyesom Wike in your cabinet. Will you be able to work? Will Fubara be able to, you know, execute some of his plans? What if he doesn't have, what if there's a problem between himself and Nyesom Wike, which is now happening, which also made some of the commissioners resign? Because most of these commissioners, most of these people that resigned worked under Nyesom Wike. So there's this loyalty that is coming, and like one of them said, that is about most of, I mean, the reason he resigned is more of conscience. His conscience is judging him.
I think they should just be honest with themselves. Like one of the comments we read, it's more honorable to resign than to be sacked, because I think it's getting to that point where Fubara would have to sack some, because right now he's being very careful with the people he's surrounded with, because obviously what this whole crisis is leading to is a possible impeachment. So he would have to remove or separate, you know, the weed from the chaff, or how they put it. You know, and I think that's what is happening right now with, you know, the State Assembly, with his commissioner, and there's even more to come. We also saw the Attorney General of the state also, you know, coming down from office. So I think at this point, Fubara needs to brace up, because there's even more to come. There's definitely going to be a potential impeachment of him from office. But like I said earlier, whatever that needs to be done to ensure the stability and good governance for the people of River State, I think all political gladiators should come to terms with that.
Okay, if that should be, I love that parting shots from Victory Onyedikachi. My name is Oladako Kurubi, and we'll be bound out of the studio. We'll be back by 2 o'clock on the Friday show, and Victory will be back by 12, right?
To do what?
No, just be back.
I'll be back.
All right, well, AM Updates makes a return next week, Monday, 9 o'clock. Well, enjoy the rest of the weekend. Good morning, Ibado.